How are we today? I'm going to be reacting to Lucy Thomas, and she is singing Unchained Melody. Fun fact, this is one of my favorite songs. I don't often talk about it actually, but Unchained Melody is so beautifully written, and it's so luxurious in its melodic lines, and the lyrics are so nice, and it's so legato and smooth, and just all the things. Are you with me? Is it just me? Because I just feel like, I know a lot of songs are famous, and some of them are famous for no reason, but I think this song is famous for all the reasons, of which I named and then some. So I'm really excited to hear Lucy sing it. Never heard it. You know I always wait for you. I never spoil the surprise. Let's do this together. She looks flawless. And sounds flawless.
I've hungered for your touch.
Woo! I love that back off on your.
Lonely time.
Listen to how she sings that L on lone. L is a semi-phonatable consonant, which means you can somewhat sing through it. It's closed off. It's not a vowel, fully phonatable note like an E, A, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. But L's, M's, N's, you can somewhat sing through them even though it's a consonant. So she did lone, which is so masterful. And if you're a singer watching this, here's the secret. If you tune on the semi-phonatable consonant, meaning sing through that, don't just go immediately to the vowel like lonely time, you will luxuriate the note, you will tune the note, and you will have time to go a nice little lovely straight tone into a vibrato or even a vocal swell, crescendo, decrescendo, if you don't want to do vibrato, or you could do them both. There's so many options. So instead of singing lonely time, which is really pretty, the better, more luxurious, more, pro thing to do is to do lonely time. It acts as this beautiful foundation for the house to be built upon. So that's the same, by the way, for an M or an N or even a Z. I'm trying to think of other consonants that you can sing through. Just go through the alphabet. Anything that you can make a sound like n, l, z, those are all V's. You can do this with, but L's are really nice because the mouth can be long, and the tongue just goes up to make the L. Otherwise it's an ah, right? So nice.
And
Time. She adds an H to that time too. That's nice.
so slowly.
Slowly, adding an A before the L.
Time can do so much.
Woo!
Are you still mine? I need.
That was a very interesting mind note. The whole time she was holding it, I was like, is she singing in chest or is it a mix? I can't really tell, and I always can tell. So I know she was singing in chest, but it was a pulled back chest. The reason I know she was singing in chest is because not because of how she held that note, but because of how she got off of it and went down. There was no break. Listen again. That part. So it was just totally free of any registerical change. So that was a backed off 100% chest note, but it was so finessed and so smooth, it tricked my ear and made me think for a second or 2 seconds that it was more of a mix. Amazing.
I need your love. God, speed your love to me.
Wow, this is just so pristine in every way.
Only rivers
Her
flow
outfit, the lighting,
to
the
the
glow here on her
sea,
décolleté,
to the
the vintage
sea,
microphone,
to the
makeup.
open arms of the
Her
sea.
Now that's a good register change. Obvious too. Nice.
for me.
Love that she does straight tones so long and then just vibrato at the very end.
Wait for me.
Now, right before we get to the next chorus, listen to the way that she did that wait. She chose to sing it on a diphthong. Now, there's a choice there. You don't have to do that. You can sing, wait for me, and it's just as fine. I don't have a problem with the wait for me. It's a little twangier. It's not bad. It's just a little twangier. Some singers, I tend to not be one. I tend to like the open with a few exceptions, but some singers, they feel safer when they're singing on an E or a more closed vowel. It helps them feel more like almost like a baby that's swaddled, you know, like, you know, you can feel your edges more when you're singing on closed mouth vowels. And so some singers have the propensity and the proclivity to sing to that E or that more closed mouth vowel when they get the chance. And I think she's one of them, and I think it works for her. Wait for me, wait for me. It does also, there are two notes in that, wait. So by going to the diphthong, it does compartmentalize each note nicely. So I'm like a 50-50 on it. I don't know really what I would do if I were singing it, but I do really like the way it fits in her voice. I think she's using great vocal discernment, and her instincts when singing are just flawless. Like this is someone who really knows her voice, really knows like, this is my sweet spot. I'm going to err on this as long as I can. Yes, all of those things. Yes. Love the cry on mine. Ooh, I love that little bend on 4. Love that she got down there. That's great. 2, 3, 4. That's another reason why I love this song. It's 6/8 timing, which is my favorite. Such a romantic time signature. I like how she's more powerful here, more tonal. Did you notice, be honest if you didn't, but did you notice how she did a tiny little like afterthought cry on do? Can do so much, just do, ooh, ooh. Just that little bit. That's the difference, guys. That is the difference between a singer who sings great and an artist who sings with dynamics and discernment and just someone that you want to go pay concert tickets to go see. You can still be a great singer, but these tiny little nuancy things are what make and separate the boys from the men, so to speak. And lucky for you, I point them out so that you build this ear for yourself too, right? Yes, hands out, it's time. Let's go. I can't believe I'm saying this. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Don't get mad at me, but her top note could have been better. Everything was great up until that point, but the placement of that top note, I'll show you. It was just a little bit too back. I really wanted it to be more up and forward because it lost its guts. It lost its oomph and its power, its undergirding. And that's supposed to be the spot where you're like waiting for it and then you're like, ah. And I just don't feel like the payoff was as grand as it could have been in her voice. See, do you hear how it's kind of like stuck up in the that's kind of where it was for me. It was like up and back. What I really wanted from her was forward and out. Like, it could have spun. I don't feel like it dropped and locked into place. I don't feel like it ever sort of sat in its spot. Versus it's just, it's there, but it's sort of like not buckled in its seatbelt, so to speak. Hey, I get to have an opinion, right? Hopefully you agree. I mean, this isn't anything against her, but just for your own education and again, ear training, when you hear someone sing a note like that and it doesn't quite hit you like you thought it would or like you would have wanted it to, That's a placement thing 9 times out of 10, just so you know. And now she's back to being perfect again. Woo! Yeah. Nice. Nice register change. I like the cry on the beat. Gosh, she's so beautiful. Strikingly stunning. Goodness. Lucy Thomas, man, you are angelic. Her voice is so good. Don't you agree? And listen, I mean, I truthfully have never had a completely perfect performance. I haven't. The best I could ever say was that was a near perfect performance. It was like so close. There was a couple things though, you know? And so it's not like, and I know she's not singing live, but look, we are human, and that's the beauty of it. It's seeing the imperfections and also appreciating the moments of amazing greatness that somehow did turn out perfect too, and balancing between them, and also calling them both for what it is. It's not honest, and it's not even kind to be like, oh, everything was perfect. No, that's why I exist. That's why I have a job, and it's why you watch, actually. So, you know, don't get offended if someone I like and you like, that you're a fan of, I say, oh, that was a sour note, or in this case, that was a little like misplaced. It wasn't quite locked in. It just is what it is. I fail too. I absolutely have sour notes. I have misplaced notes. I go flat, I crack, I go short. It's just the more you sing or the more you do anything, the more opportunities you give yourself to triumph, but also to learn from falling. And I think it's the learning from falling that is even more valuable. This was a triumph though. I mean, what a gorgeous song, what a gorgeous, beautiful woman, and her voice is so pristine, and she knows it and uses it so well. So what do you guys think about Lucy Thomas? Have you been a longtime fan? Have you ever heard of her before? Did I just now introduce you to her? And if so, are you a fan now? If so, like, go follow these people, subscribe and support them, because guys, it's rough out in these streets. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. And if you're someone who's like, hey, I'm really interested in what you have to say, I'm curious to know more, how do I do that? You can do private lessons with me or any of my coaches. All you need to do is, well, pretty much go anywhere and click a button in the description box, and you'll find it. I love you guys so much. I'm proud of you, and I will see you on the next video.